You may not realize this at this moment in time, but Spider-Man freshman year, also known as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, is actually really important for the Spider-Man fanbase. I made a video about a week ago now discussing if this show was a mistake or not, and the general consensus from you guys was, yeah, it is. Off the back of X-Men 97, everyone was campaigning for Spider-Man 98, so did this mean that Spider-Man freshman year was dead in the water? When it came to the fans, it definitely did. However, I believe that your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is exactly what the fan base needs at this moment in time, and I'm going to tell you why. But first, before we get into that, I want to urge you guys to subscribe to the channel. If you are new around here, join the best Spider-Man community in the entire world. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers. Let's try and push for that goal this year. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. So there are two main points as to why your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is actually going to be really important and really significant for the Spider-Man fanbase. Number one, the lack of quality animated Spider-Man media, and number two, the fanbase is more divided than ever. Let's start with point number one. Yes, we have the likes of the Spider-Verse films, but in animation, Spider-Man hasn't gotten a decent treatment since Spectacular Spider-Man when it comes to cartoons and TV, which ended all the way back in 2009. Now, there will be some people who have grown up on Ultimate Spider-Man that may end up defending it, but the general consensus is that when that show was coming out, there was a severe drop-off in quality between that and Spectacular. Not to mention, Marvel's Spider-Man that came out in 2017 wasn't that great either. Sure, these two shows are made for kids, and don't get me wrong, they are good jumping on points for the character if you know nothing about Spider-Man, but they definitely weren't up to the quality of the likes of Spectacular Spider-Man and the Spidey 90s animated cartoon. However, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man looks to regain the quality that Spider-Man deserves in cartoon animation once again. But Lewis, how do you know that your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is going to be any good? Well, let's look at a few indicators that suggest this show is actually going to be really good. First and foremost, they have been working on this show for years. So much time and effort has already gone into this show, to the point that fans are even asking if the show still exists, since it's been such a long time between its announcement and now, where nothing really has been said about it. No trailers, no promo, no nothing. The second thing I want to point out is that given the quality of X-Men 97, which has been officially made under the Marvel animation branch of Marvel Studios, Spider-Man freshman year is probably going to be up to the same quality. We have to remember, freshman year is also under Marvel animation, so there's a good likelihood that it shares the same comparative quality with X-Men 97. And the third and final point is that executive producer Brad Winderbaum has said on several occasions that the show's main focus is to try and home in on the core elements of Spider-Man from the comic books. And I mean, who doesn't love Spider-Man from the comic books? This includes stuff like the money troubles, relationships with characters from Midtown and Aunt May, along with the fact that he's rolling by himself trying to figure out who he is as a person and a superhero. So I'm confident that this show will just be pure quality, and I'm sure everyone is going to love it. Will it surpass Spectacular Spider-Man as the greatest Spider-Man show though? Probably not, but I think it'll come pretty damn close. And like I said, if X-Men 97 is anything to go off, then it's going to be really good. This leads me onto my second overall point very nicely. The fan base is more divided than ever, and your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man could be the show that saves it. It's fair to say that we are in a period of absolute divide within the Spider-Man fanbase. There has been and always will be a divide in the fans, because that's just how fans are. However, I feel as though recently, especially on social media platforms like Twitter, Reddit, and even YouTube, it's gotten even worse and more toxic. As much as I don't want to throw blame onto a specific set of Spider-Man fans or a piece of Spider-Man media for causing the toxicity, it's fair to say that a lot of the toxic arguments and fallouts between fans in the fan base is definitely surrounding MCU Spider-Man. MCU Spider-Man ended up being so much different from what fans were used to with Tobey and Andrew. Fans of MCU Spider-Man really grew to love those films and how fresh they were, whereas some fans didn't really like them because they didn't like the inclusion of Tony Stark and a lot of the wider MCU elements. And this discussion still rages on today, after Spider Mondays, which saw every Spider-Man film get re-released in theaters. If anything, Spider Mondays made everything 10 times worse. People are constantly using all the new box office numbers that these films have generated as arguments as to why a certain one is better than the other. However, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man could fix the divide in the fandom for one simple reason. It could bridge the gap between fans who are more on board with a more classical Spider-Man and fans of the MCU. The reason for this is, as we know, NFS is going to be a show about Peter Parker in high school, in a sort of what-if scenario where Tony Stark never recruited him, but rather Norman Osborn did, who takes him under his wing. And after everything that Brad Winderbaum has also confirmed about the show, it seems like it's going to be a mix of MCU Spider-Man, a young, youthful teenager, along with some elements that the MCU films slightly lacked on, like the idea of him being a solo act most of the time, and the money issues. It seems like NFS is going to be the epitome of mixing MCU Spider-Man and classical Spider-Man elements from the comics, which I think could bridge the gap in the fandom and make peace with both sets of fans, who could both come to an agreement that your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is what everyone wants from Spider-Man. In this case, everyone gets what they want. People who preferred Tobey and Andrew in the fandom get those maybe more Tobey and Andrew-esque elements back to the character, but people who are also fans of MCU Spider-Man still get Spider-Man in a shared cinematic universe very similar to the MCU. It's a win-win for both, and this is one of the reasons as to why I think, along with the fact that I think we haven't gotten a good quality Spider-Man cartoon in a very long time, that freshman year is going to be very, very important for the Spider-Man fandom. Here you can watch my video on if Spider-Man freshman year is a mistake after the rising popularity of a Spider-Man 98 continuation. Thank you so much to the members for the continued support on the channel. I really do appreciate you guys, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, and peace.